So it seems like we can't really go a day any longer without actually having a new credit card launching and hitting the market. And today is no different because as of just this morning, I saw in our Discord, link down in the description below, our boy Sleepy Rod posted an article here by 1 Mile at a Time stating that, well, I have another article, upgraded points here, but Citi and American Airlines launch a new mid-tier credit card, and it's called the AA Advantage or A Advantage Globe Card. Now, this is something that was teased actually not that long ago in the last earnings call for Citibank. And you could see here when you go through the transcripts, if you just Control F, type in mid, you can see that they're actually mentioned. Let me see, we have it here. They mentioned that there was a particular mid-tier credit card that's going to be released very, very soon. And it looks like that's what we got here. Yeah, you can see right here. In this quarter, we will introduce a new mid-tier product to round out the Citi and A Advantage portfolio. Basically, this is going to be the mid-tier card between like the platinum, platinum Citi platinum card and the higher end executive card that a lot of people like. So I think this is fairly interesting, and it's so funny that this was teased like October 14th, and what is it, October 19th now? So just 5 days later, like, oh, we're going to be releasing it, and then wham, bam, that's what we have this morning. So I want to look into this a little bit more. I really didn't have much time to actually even look at it, but I wanted to kind of just do this live and see what the deal was and everybody's thoughts on it. So let's see what we have here, and if this is even worth getting. Because I already have an opinion on it, after a little bit I saw. But let's go through it together, and I believe everyone should hear me, right? Okay, cool. So let's see the deal here. So we have the new A Advantage Globe Mastercard. I was trying to see if this is like a higher end Mastercard, but I think it's just World Elite. I don't think it's World Legend. I think that's reserved for some of those higher end cards. So it looks like it's just a World Elite. All the typical benefits you would actually get from that. But it looks like here we have a $350 annual fee, and they say it offers several interesting perks like lounge passes, companion cert, flight credit rebates, like a lot of the stuff that we've been seeing over all of these credit card revamps and new products over the past, honestly, just couple of years now. But one of the more interesting things, and the thing I have like the most contention with, at least right now, is the welcome offer. So remember, this is a $350 annual fee card, exactly the same as the Amex Platinum card or the Delta Platinum card at $350. So this is also something where it's like, you can pick one or the other. So what's actually more worth it? It seems like all of these cards are trending towards these levels. So our new mid tier, what used to be 150, is now 250, 350, and beyond. So right now the welcome offer is earn 90,000 American Airline miles. So after spending $5,000 within the first 6 months of account opening, they mention here they value AA miles at 1.4 cents each. A lot of you people watching will probably estimate a little bit higher than that, depending on how you're actually redeeming it. Doesn't really matter. We just know that the power of American Airlines miles, at least more, and people have been talking about it for many, many years, but I'm really kind of getting into it a little bit more in the last year. So 90,000 miles. The only thing with the 90,000 miles and spending $5,000 is that it's still like not as good as some of the typical offers of the standard $99 annual fee cards. Like the right here, if you look, the Citi Advantage Platinum Select card, the one that I got not too long ago, the standard welcome offer for this, which, yeah, the standard offer for this, at least when it's like slightly elevated, sometimes it's like 60K, but a lot of the times, at least throughout the year, you can get 80,000 miles, so just 10,000 less than this new card for just 3,500 spend versus the 5,000 on the new card here. So already, like, I think for the amount of spend that you're putting in, you're actually better off welcome offer wise on just this typical A Advantage card right here. And this one actually comes usually with a waived annual fee for the first year. Not even to mention that, but this, I wanted to mention this because this helps a million people. I've made a post about this recently, but I recently applied via this link, new link with only 1,000 spend. If you want to find this, just type in Doctor of Credit, AA, Advantage, Platinum, Select. It'll come up. This link right here is, well, actually, we'll bring it up so I can show you how to do it. This is the exact same card as we just looked at. Waived annual fee, so first free for the first year, 80,000 American Airlines miles, so 10,000 less than this new card, and after $1,000 in purchases. That's right, literally just $1,000 in the first 3 months, so $4,000 less than the new card, and you can get the special offer. It's not going to last forever. I don't know when. Literally, if you just type in 000, you can hit apply now, and wham bam, you can apply, for this specific card. I recently last week applied for it, and it literally just came in the mail not too long ago. I showcased this the other day. Hopefully there's nothing incriminating here, but yeah, we got approved for it, and that's very nice. So my first issue is welcome offer. Welcome offer is not. I mean, listen, 90,000 is great. If we have another new way of earning American Airlines miles, I think everyone's happy with that. So that's not an issue. I just wish it was like, I feel like that they could have done 100K. I feel like 100K would have been nice, and it would have matched at least the Citi Strata with 100K if you were taking that and then pushing it over to AA miles and stuff like that. But maybe that's who knows why they choose certain offers and why they don't. But 90,000, 5K spend, cool. Another new way to get it if you really don't care about your 524, all that, apply, get those points, cool. That's going to easily outweigh your 350 annual fee if you use no benefits. But what are the actual benefits on this card? So the first initial things that I could see right here, and again, this is kind of like almost a blind view, so I'm just reacting to this almost in real time. So you have 4 Admirals Club Globe Lounge passes. Interesting, they mentioned Globe, the name of the card. Valid for 24 hours each, which, as we know, a lot of these lounge access cards are now, they have this new system where it's like 24 hours. So like this happened recently, I think a year or so ago with Delta, where you can enter a Sky Club, and then you can, using one of your maybe 15 on, call it the Delta Reserve passes every single year, you can enter a Delta Sky Club and call it in Atlanta, and maybe you do a layover in Detroit, and you want to go to that Delta Sky Club. As long as it's within 24 hours, you technically, under these rules, are allowed to just continue going to Sky Club and Sky Club. So you can hit as many as you can and as you want in a 24-hour period. It seems like Admirals Club is no different. The globe in the name of these passes makes them unique. Oh, interesting. Allowing you to still use them even on days when operational limitations restrict access. Like each pass admits one adult, and the primary caller must be present when redeeming the passes. So that's interesting. I don't necessarily know when what these operational limitations necessarily are at the moment, but at least if you know, I don't know, if you somehow can hit multiple Admirals Clubs in a given day, then I guess that's good. Valid for 24 hours each. How often does that actually happen to me? I don't know. Usually when I go somewhere, one layover will have an Admirals Club. I don't think I usually see them on the following leg or the destination, at least more recently, but depends on the routes that you're flying. So I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on that. They also mentioned American Airlines Companion Certificate, redeemable for $99 plus taxes and fees. A lot of these cards doing this nowadays, specifically even Alaska, and valid for round-trip domestic flight in main cabin. This is received each year after the card renewal, so not bad. At least if you're going to be paying, for some of these things, like they actually have a whole article just going through it. And we've seen how some of these work over the years, and just how easy or hard it is to actually make use of some of these companion certificates. But I think largely, I don't know. I think if you're somebody who is going to be flying a lot of domestic flights, I think it does make a lot of sense. And I think it makes, I think it can make sense to offset the $350 annual fee if you're going to be paying, I think it wouldn't be that hard to find a $200, $300, $400, $500 flight that you could possibly use this, this flight on somewhere here in the U.S. and have that cover the annual fee. It's just like, also, why why go through the trouble in a lot of cases to actually go through all of that? Not necessarily sure. I think it's why a lot of some of these cards I think they're okay, but they sometimes fall short. Like, I don't know, it's not like how Hilton and their free night certificates work, where it's like, oh, I use the free night, it's easy to use, it's easy value up front. Where like if you have a Delta Platinum or a Delta Reserve, you have that companion certificate. Some people really can maximize and do well, but even the people who love those cards still say like, well, sometimes it's a little bit annoying to use. So it's like, it's not a one-to-one perfect value. It's something you have to work a little bit for, but again, some people really love it. So I've been interested to hear how people are liking the companion certs. For me, it's not really worth it. I wouldn't really honestly waste my time thinking about it too much. I'd rather just like kind of earn, some miles and try to redeem that way. Up to $100 in American Airlines in-flight purchase credit annually. So I guess this is going to be towards food and beverages, in-flight Wi-Fi on American Airlines and domestic flights, marketed by A but operated by regional subsidiaries. Okay, cool. So these little jets, these regional jets, are very nice. I mean, sure, I guess there have been times recently when I was on American Airlines flights when we flew over to London, and flew over to London, and it would have been nice to pay for the Wi-Fi that was on there. I mean, we had like this, I think the slowest one. I'm trying to remember on that exact flight, but I think the slowest one. But if you were able to cover the $20 fee for like the 5 megabytes up and down speedy Wi-Fi, then sure. But I mean, largely, I just don't care as much about some of these things. Food and beverages, okay, cool. It's just not something that necessarily excites me, or something I don't pay for food and stuff when I'm on the planes, whether it's even in economy. I just really never do. So it's not something that's interesting. I also have another American Airlines flight coming up very, very soon, likely to Puerto Rico. So it's like, I just try to think, is there anything I could actually use that on that would make sense to me? At least not at this time. Unless you're really trying to get hammered, and we can't all be flying in Delta Comfort Plus where we can get some free wine and stuff. So maybe that could be worth it. Complimentary check bag. First check bag for you and up to 8 companions. So as I always like to say, you and up to 8 of your wives can all fly with you on domestic airline itineraries. Very, very nice. So that's something that's pretty customary across most of these cards. So I think that's always a good thing. Although I will say lately, every time we've been traveling, even to Italy for a couple of weeks, we've been doing no check bags. We've just been doing carry-ons. And so I really do think carry-on's kind of the way, so long as it's small enough to like fit in the overhead compartment. It can make sense. But again, if you have a whole family and all these different things, it's hard to pack light. And so you're going to need some check bags. It's always good savings. Group 5 preferred boarding with American Airlines, applicable to the primary card holder and up to 8 of your wives on the same reservation. Very cool. Group 5, I mean, it's okay. It's just a little bit faster than the bare minimum of just the bare minimum. So that's not necessarily feeling like it's moving the needle for me. It's not something I would, to be honest, boarding early is a nice perk to have. Like, it is really nice to be able to board what is it, Group 3 when I'm flying Comfort Plus and Delta. Like, that's nice. It's much faster than everybody else. 5 just seems like more of the same, to be honest. Up to 120 global entry TSA pre-check, statement credit. Okay, cool. Again, that's customary on so many of these other cards. Like, I just don't see anything so far that seems like it's really special, but it looks like, actually, I'm looking ahead now, it looks like we have some maybe some special things going forward. So let's see. Very cool. But of course, if you don't have that, that's good value. If you're just gonna like hit and quit it, if you need somebody who can use global entry TSA pre-check, cool, get it for them. So this is okay. So what do we have here? This is out of left field. Okay, so up to $240 in Turo credits annually. Okay, if you're unfamiliar, Turo is basically called the Airbnb for car rentals. You have a car, you throw it on Turo, they can rent your car out. I've done this many times. I used to do a lot of these back in the day before we started using like rental car companies because you have status and all that. I used to use Turo a lot. I actually really like it. In fact, that's the reason I ended up getting my Tesla, is because I rented it a couple of times via Turo. Used somebody else's car, got to feel the car, whatever. I felt that was good, then I bought it. I also used Turo to book. I think it was for Valentine's Day once. My wife always wanted to drive a Beetle, Volkswagen Beetle, so I rented one on Turo. Nice experience. So available as up to $30 per eligible Turo trip. I mean, what is eligible? I mean, I wonder what the eligibility could be. For a maximum of $240 in credits per calendar year, with a maximum of $30 credits per billing period. Okay, so man, it's just a little weird. Like, I want to be excited. I think a Turo credit would be really nice if it was like in the next credit, like $100 Splurge credit. Like, if it was able to be used as a Splurge credit, $100 can really, it could do a little bit better. But as far as the cars that I typically would have rented, and this is years ago, mind you, it's way more, it can be maybe more inflated nowadays. But Turo, frequently, if I'm trying to find a car to drive, usually it's going to be at minimum $65 per day, probably minimum $65 per day. And you're usually not renting it just for a single day. And that's 65 per day without all of the fees and the taxes and insurances that they tack onto all of that. That's just the base rate, 65 per day. So this very frequently, if you're just doing literally just a 124-hour rental with like a lower end, not even like a crazy end car, it's probably going to run you about $100 per day. I know there are some cases where if you're in a high dense populated area, they have a lot of Turo agents, whatever you call them. A lot of people renting cars on Turo. You can find like a nice minivan or little things like that for 30 a day, and maybe after taxes and fees 50 a day. So the $30 can work into that. It's almost like a Hilton Gold status, $30 credit, like when you're staying at a particular property. Sure, but I just feel like it's so little. And it's like once per month that it like barely is something I would ever even consider as a great credit. I mean, I'm sure maybe once per year you can maybe find a use case for it. Like I like Turo, I do. It's just they've gone the way of Airbnb a little bit, at least the last time I've checked, with like so many different fees and whatnot, where it's like it used to be more affordable many years ago when I booked them back in like 6 years ago, actually 7 years ago when I first started booking with them. But now it's like, fees and cleaning fee, all these different things. So the $30 doesn't really get you that much, I feel like, unless you're in a high population area for Turo rides, then maybe it can make sense. Let me know if I'm out of touch now. It's been so long, but I think recently looking, I'm like, it doesn't really make sense. I would have loved, like, if this was a 240 Turo credit, and it's just, once per year, annually, just give me 240. That would be great. That would be fantastic. That actually probably would be, I could have a use case for that, because very often I have to end up either phoning a friend, my good friend Daniel Sparks, who is in the chat, drive us up to Charlotte to do a drive. And instead of just like in the past, I've gotten a car rental that's like $150 out of pocket, use that one-way car rental to drive from Greenville, hour and a half, to Charlotte Airport, do the one-way, drop the car off there, and then I could take my Charlotte flight to wherever. We did this for London. We did this for many trips. If I had a 240 Turo credit and I had this card already, okay, that might be nice. That might be nice to have that. And I can just instead, here, give me your car. Well, I guess maybe not, because Turo doesn't really do one-ways from what I understand. I think there were times where they had like designated spots, but yeah, you'd have to return it too. So like, never mind. That probably wouldn't even work. But I guess if you're traveling somewhere and you want a rental car, you could probably use a 240 in Turo if it was 1 year. But since it's only $30 per billing period or month, I'm just not that interested in it. I don't know. What do you guys think with that? I would love to get excited. I would just love to get excited with something that's easier to use. Okay, up to $100 Splurge credit. Okay, where have we seen this before? The Splurge credit on the Citi Strata Elite. We got $200 annual Splurge credit, splurging all over the place with the Citi Strata Elite cardholders. We've, it looks to be, actually, it looks a little bit different here. So I'm noticing it says like, First Dibs, American Airlines, Best Buy, Future Personal Training, Live Nation. Okay, cool. This one actually mentions Advantage Hotels. So American Airlines hotels, which, some people are starting to get into. It's essentially kind of like going through Expedia, except you can earn AA miles through all of your hotel bookings. Frequently, a lot of them can be like 10x back per, cash bookings per dollar spent. So that's interesting. So $100 towards those. It's basically an Expedia, just assume that. First Dibs, Future Personal Training, Live Nation, so all the same there. Wasn't there one more they mentioned here? Oh yeah, Best Buy, which it doesn't mention. Like, why are we leaving out Best Buy, or are we just not mentioning all this? Of course, we're going to go into the actual card, because I think I have it here. Yeah, I have the actual card here. So maybe we could see if that's up in a second, and we'll see. Well, I guess we could do it now. Let me see here. So this is the actual landing page, at least for upgraded points here. And I guess they're back-end affiliates. Let me see if they have any extra details on some of these things that we haven't seen yet. So at least I just want to see here. Yeah, it mentions the same thing. Once we get into the application, maybe we can see it. But as far as like earnings multipliers, because I don't know if they actually, they went into it a little bit later. All right, let me look. Let me go through. I'm getting ahead of myself. We have access to Citi Entertainment, Mastercard World Legend benefits, and Mastercard Collection benefits. Okay, so that means this card is a World Legend then. So this is one of the first couple of World Legend cards. I thought it was just World Elite because I didn't see anything about it, but I guess it's World Legend. If you're wondering the difference between World Elite and World Legend, To be honest, I don't know if I really saw any difference whatsoever, other than probably higher dollar amounts on all the protections like trip cancellation, lost luggage, all these different things. I would like to look into it a little bit more, but I don't remember seeing anything too different, other than I think possibly what was it? It was I think like maybe a concierge is a little bit higher end, but Citi like Mastercard's already the best, like the best concierge out of all of them. And I will come to the chat in just a moment. So let's see here. We saw the launch of the new Strata Elite card earlier this year. Some of the benefits feel familiar. Yes, the 4 Admiral Club Pass is exactly the same. Credits for the airport security, Splurge credit. Other benefits that are standard for American Airlines credit card. However, the Turo benefit is a truly unique feature. It's truly unique, but not truly valuable, I think. I mean, it's like, what's the point? It's just so low. It's really so low that I'm just not really excited for that. What are the earnings multipliers? I know some people like their earnings multipliers on these cards. Let's see, the A Advantage Globe card. What do you guys think about the name Globe card? I'm not a fan of the name Globe card. I get it. We're talking about travel the globe, but I don't know. I guess the A Executive card is like who you're marketing towards, like high-end executives, maybe business travelers. Globe, I guess you want to travel the globe, but I mean, how am I going to travel the globe when you're giving me, credits to be used only in the U.S. or companion certificates that I can only travel without the U.S.? I mean, the globe's a big thing. Why can't we be like, some of these other cards that can give us, like the new Alaska Premium card that can give you like companion certificates towards the world, and eligible partners, international as well. It's a $350 annual fee card. It's up there. I mean, it's not like the highest end, but it's up there. All right, I'm just griping a little bit. 6x miles on eligible Advantage hotel bookings. Okay, so they're really leaning into the hotels. 3x miles on eligible airline miles purchases. Typical 2x miles on restaurants, including takeout, delivery, ride and rails, including taxis, ride shares, and public transit. 1x miles and everything else. Okay, cool. They have the partner, it's funny, they have the partnership with Turo, but I almost would bet that the 2x miles doesn't count on Turo. It's probably just codes as 1x. Let's see here. Okay, accelerated path to elite status with Flight Streak. The A Advantage Globe card won't just help you earn AA elite status through credit card spending alone. Thanks to loyalty points conferred from the purchases, it also provides a unique Flight Streak benefit for up to 15,000 bonus loyalty points each year. Okay, so you get 5K loyalty points. You have 4 qualifying American Airlines flights during the status qualification year, which runs from March through February each year. Okay, you can earn 15,000 extra loyalty points through Flight Streak each qualification year, requiring 12 flights. So they mentioned here, yes, you need 40,000 loyalty points to reach AA Advantage Gold status, the lowest tier, but you'll qualify for a low loyalty point reward of 15,000 loyalty points. Okay, cool. Interesting. With this, you can choose preferred boarding, a personalized luggage tag, 1,000 bonus points, extra benefits for a single trip, or 5 preferred seat options. Now, I never had status with American Airlines. Never really necessarily, not spending that much, not really flying as much to be able to like actually earn anything substantial. I think I have like 5,000 on my personal account. Like in the thumbnail, that's my actual account, like 150,000 American Airlines miles and 5,000 loyalty miles. So I don't necessarily know like, is a gold the same as like a Delta Silver where you really can get upgrade fairly often? I'd like to hear from you guys down who are in the live right now, or people watching the VOD. Let me know if that's even like worthwhile, and if you feel like the amount that you get from this is actually worth fighting for. I know some people that I talk to, they really fight for American Airlines status and it's valuable, but usually it's above gold tier. And it looks like that's pretty much everything. Before I go to the chat, I do want to see if I can, like, is this even eligible to apply for at the moment here? Because it looks like, here's the landing page, but there's no like apply now section where you could do it. I feel like it's not officially live. Let me see if I can copy and paste this. Let's see. let's get rid of all the little trademarks and geez, so many little things for compliance. Citigroup themselves have mentioned here that they've launched this new card. You think that's a real picture, or you think that's photoshopped? I mean, the shadowing's there, not bad, but that's probably AI. I would know. I went to DeVry University. Yeah, I can't really see where you can go to apply to like expand on some of the details. Like, I'd love to see why. Like, is Best Buy really not in here? Don't really think so. Let me see. What does Pam say? Head of U.S. branded cards and lending. Pam Habner. The launch of the Citi Globe card is our first new co-branded card following the expansion of our partnership, marking a new chapter in innovation of our 38-year legacy. This is a clear example of how our strategic relationship. Okay, cool. I mean, that's not going to get me to sell the card. You're not selling me on that with that. Okay, I just want to know, what am I getting in value? All right, so I think that's all I can see here so far, and we definitely have some other things to mention. But as I said, just because I really do think a lot of people applied for this, I think it's valuable. Just know, like, yes, 90,000 is a lot, and I just want to mention in case it can help anybody out. But 90,000 is a lot for the welcome offer. Don't forget that this offer still exists, where you can spend $1,000 and get 80,000 on the Platinum Select here. Definitely something to consider. Promo code 000000. I hope the executives are not watching. So I hope the executives are not watching, because I'm just like diverting all of the people away from the welcome offer to the 1,000 offer. So that's why I'm like, if you're watching live, or if you saw that post, you got it early, okay, before they take things down. Let's just try to make some money, or get some miles, I should say. What's popping, everybody? Todd Day first with the Lays. What's going on? Appreciate you. Tyree, look at him looking out into the world. Hi. Daniel Sparks is at my door. It's unlocked if you want to come in. Please hand feed VK. We can do that. Dem is present. What's going on, Dem? Calder. Citi clearly only works on Sundays. Legit. Isn't that a thing? Isn't that a thing? We literally, didn't we literally have that happen with Estrada Elite as well? I think I remember that Sunday. It's a crazy Sunday. Everything was launching. I think I was up early and I just got it out. Fillmore, more AA miles. Sign me up. FU524. And see, that's who I think this card, who it can make sense for. How many people are really loving the, I don't know, companion certs? I never hear like people say, I love it. I love the companion certificates. It's always like nice to have, not the best to use. So if I can just get another quick 90,000 American Airlines miles, it's just like, I don't know, the way you have to think about this nowadays is like, would I, because things are so a lot of the time, would I spend, if nothing else is true, would I spend $350 to get 90,000 American Airlines miles? You'll say yes all day, and it just hinges on, can you spend 5K in 4 months? That's the only thing that it hinges upon. So yes, I mean, Philmo is right. Like, would I spend $350 if 5K is no problem to spend for 90,000 all day? And if I don't care about 524, who cares? Sleepy Rod, Mr. Venture, let's double dip the 80K miles for 1K spend. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Not going to apply today because it's a weekend, but if I am, I'm really going to decide tomorrow. Tomorrow when I wake up, Monday, things are back open. I'm a little superstitious with applying for cards on weekends. I feel like every time I do it, I get denied. And so I'll decide tomorrow if we can double dip the 1K. I think it can be worth it. And I'm not really caring about my 524 anymore. I think I'm at 7 now or 6. I'm not sure. Gotta see. Juan, but we'll see, Rod. Juan, what's going on? Good afternoon, Anthony. I'm guessing the A Advantage Globe interior is the equivalent to Barclays Aviator Silver. I think it's close. Let me actually see if I can. Unless did they fully discontinue it now? I know they discontinued. You won't be able to see it. Yeah, I don't know if you can actually see it anymore. But you're saying that maybe it's just converted over to there. Let's see. I haven't looked at it in a little while. Because guys, you no longer can apply for that Barclays Aviator Red, which had like the spend 1 penny, get 70,000 or 75,000 AA miles. That was pretty cool. Let's see. So it's a $200 annual fee for the Aviator Silver. Where do we have things that look similar here? First check bag free, of course. That's typical of all of them. Global entry, same, but that's true of all of them. This card also has companion certificates. Oh, we have to spend 20K. This new card comes with it standard. The earnings multipliers. Well, okay. You don't get the 5,000 loyalty. I mean, you get the 5,000 loyalty, but without spending anything. So I mean, not really. I mean, if it's like the card, but just like a lower end card, I guess it's just any American Airlines card, I would say. But yeah, maybe they converted it over or something like that. Yeah, because I don't know. I didn't see anything about that. If anybody like has a silver, would I don't think so though. Let's see here. Kevin Nywen. I didn't know that Citi released a new credit card. Yeah, it just happened today. So I was like, screw it. It's raining out. Just hanging out. Let's see what's popping. Oh, hi there. What's going on, Rex? What's popping, Rex man? Filmo. I've done 3 Sky Clubs in 3 cities in 24 hours before. Yeah, Sky Clubs all day. Sky Clubs, you can make that happen. Like I think I've actually done the same. Now that I think about it, I think it was like a Vegas, Detroit, Atlanta, or something like that. Yeah, like a Vegas, Detroit, Atlanta. If I'm correct, that Vegas also had. Whichever, I don't know. One of them was a Centurion Club in between, but yeah, it's all day. That's you could do that with Sky Clubs. It just seems like you enter them very often. Admirals Club, I mean, I've seen them in a few places. Obviously, Charlotte. I think it was in was it Athens? I saw another Admirals Club. I was like right there. I'm trying to think in my head, but I don't see them as frequently. But some people love them. JC says, "Yo, Anthony, hi everyone. What's going on, JC? Mr. the man himself." With his Strata Elite man. Hi, Anthony, everyone. The Globe is a good card for the frequent AA flyer. If you value credits offsetting the annual fee, this is not the card for you. Very different than United Quest. Yeah, I could see that. And we could probably pull that up also as well. Sleepy Rod, that Turo credit is $30 per month. That has to be one of the worst credits in the game. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Are there really are there worse credits than that? Man, I'm trying to search the Rolodex of all credits we've ever had. $30, yeah, because it's like Turo is so expensive, man. Like I wonder if I can pull it up without having an account. Because I have an account, but I don't want to sign in. Or I can't. I actually probably wouldn't be able to sign in anyway, because I'm on my here, not my phone. Can I look? Okay, hold on. Maybe we can look here. Let's see. It's just like, I don't know. All right, let's check. Because there was a time where I was in Orlando, and I wanted to rent a car for some time. So let's see. Okay, let's just do a simple one. And from MCO Airport, maybe one. I don't know. Maybe we'll go with this, the cheaper one. Ford F-150, 181 for 3 days. Where is the actual? So usually when you hit into it a little bit more, yeah, before taxes. Okay, so before taxes, can I see the full price after everything? Okay, they included the miles for free, nice, which I mean is typical. 15 sales tax. Sometimes they have a fuel tax as well, depending on how you configure it. But okay, so $200 for this 3-day trip. If you were to use your card, you can get, or at least this new card, you can get $30 back for Turo in this case. So I mean, yeah, 15% discount, I guess. It's cool. It's just like, am I really interested? And I guess, yeah, even more if you're doing the refundable rate at $220. And this is a pretty cheap option, to be honest. And again, this is MCO. This is Orlando. This is where a lot of Turos actually are. I would imagine, I wonder if I could find anything here in Greenville, where I'm at. Let's see, for the Greenville airport. And we don't actually even know what days these are. These are just choosing probably the cheapest days of the year. I wonder, actually, what if I wanted to do let's just say we wanted to do a couple days here in Greenville. 89 total before taxes for 2 days. Let's see if I can click into this. If there's any, if there's no excess fees, it could be decent. Heck, but then I have to compare it to how much would it be for a similar rental at a local Hertz. Okay, so for 2 days, $105. So okay, you get $30 back in Turo with the credit. That's a 30% discount for this 2-day trip. That can make more sense. I guess if I wanted to rent this exact same car via a Hertz or something at the airport, because the airport's always a little bit more expensive. I think I have rented for like 180 for 2 days for like a decent car. So I don't know. Maybe maybe Turo, there's a place here. But then you also have to consider like, and again, I introed earlier. I was like, I actually love Turo. I used it many years ago. It's just things got too expensive, and then not using rental cars as much, and then you factor in, do I really need a rental car, or can I just do Uber? There's so many different things. But at least looking at that, if it's going to be a good experience with a good person who's like well reviewed and has a lot of different rentals already, yeah. I mean, I could see, there were times I remember being in New York and doing a Turo where I don't even know if it's even still legal in New York, but I remember having to go to Jersey to pick up a car. And then it was like far away, and I had to go pick it up in a random place. And it also, like, I think there was like some confusion on the keys, and if like someone was meeting us. So it's like, it's a little less certain than a car rental agency, but again, then you can get maybe discounts in certain cases. So I don't know. I mean, at first I'm saying the worst, but also I did also with the caveat earlier. I was like, if it's a high population area that has a lot of cars on Turo, yeah, you could get some decent deals, and the $30 can discount a decent amount. It's just like, but per month though, how often are you really going on Turo? You're probably not doing this monthly. Probably not. And forget if you're trying to go in other countries, that's not even possible. I don't think they offer Turo in other countries at all. Let me just type in just to make sure, and I'm not just chatting random stuff. I don't think so. Let's see, is Turo international? I don't think so. It's internet, but it only operates in a few countries. So Canada, Australia, France, United Kingdom. Okay, they do have it then. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah, I wonder how much they actually cost out there and how much you would trust that. I mean, we could look it up. Why not? Let me see. Now I'm interested. What if we want to go, well, France didn't say where, but let's say Charles de Gaulle. Let's see. This Picasso right here, 13 trips. Yeah, let's go with the cheaper one. Let's see the actual amount for 2 days, same dates in November. With taxes and fees included, it's 101, and that's for the non-refundable. If you want to do refundable, 111. So it's about $140 American, US dollar. So okay, going into national. All right, Turo's picking it up a little bit, maybe. Not bad. Charvicio, more Splurge credit. Citi found a good formula. Yeah, I'm just wondering now, like, now that we have, like, if you're somebody who has this card or is going to pick it up for a year, and you got $100 Splurge credit here, and you have another $200 Splurge credit here, where how are you going to actually like double dip on all this? Like, are you going to buy a $200 American Airlines flight with your Splurge credit here, and then, I don't know, pay for some in-flight stuff with this one? Is anybody interested in any of these other things like first dibs? I mean, I guess the $100 Splurge credit, if it's used, they mentioned specifically here like a hotels. Yeah, I mean, we have Delta stays, right? We have $100 Delta stays credit on the Delta Gold card. It does have a $150 annual fee, not $350. But that $100 can come in handy sometimes. There are some Delta stays, or Expedia, I should just say, that are like $100, $200. So yeah, I mean, you could discount some stuff there. I could see it for some. James VA is great. We flew BKK to Bangkok, right, to Boston for $70K using our Barclays card. Sick. We just got the business card and the Strata Elite. The business card also gives $20 in Instacart per month. Nice. Very, very cool. And that's good stuff. Good stuff on the flights, man. Absolutely awesome. And that's why it's like, if you could just get more AA miles, yeah, pay the $350, get it for a year, and then discuss after the fact. MR, I've never used Turo or Airbnb. I don't understand what all this fuss is about. They're interesting. They are interesting websites that offer a unique experience. I mean, there's no other time that I was able to, back in 2021 when I was using Turo and Airbnb. Actually, I used Turo and Airbnb before I ever booked hotels in car rental agencies. That's actually, now that I think about it. So like there were times where we would go to, like, let's say Cape May, New Jersey. Like I said, I rented that Volkswagen Beetle, and that's a car that you really can't do a car rental for usually. Like there's no car rental agency that really holds Beetles anymore. It's like no reason to. And so I was able to get a unique car because my wife always loved it through Turo. So it offered a unique experience for a decent price. I forget how much it was, maybe a few $100s for a couple days. A little expensive, but what are you gonna do? It's the Northeast. And then we drove that 2 hours to Cape May, and then we ended up staying in this little almost like a trailer type, like ADU type of building via Airbnb, and that was pretty cheap too. I think the Airbnb might have cost almost about the same as the car itself. It was like a few $100s for a couple nights, and it was nice. It had like a little heater in there, and it had a nice little living space. It was a cool Airbnb. So I would never be able to stay like on that person's property in that interesting area of Cape May with that car if it wasn't for Turo and Airbnb. So it's like, the goal of them is to offer unique experiences you wouldn't be able to have ordinarily with like a regular car rental agency and or a hotel, and hopefully you pay discounted fees. Just over time, fees have gone up for everything, and so I think people now gravitate more towards hotels because you have the consistency of hotels that Airbnbs may not have. You also have some shady practices in hotels. There are times where there's like hotels. Whoa, we got confetti. Very nice. How'd that work? What is that? Congrats. Anybody birthday today? Happy birthday to you guys. There have been times where there's like, the shady practices with hotels, and like, cameras put in there, or people come in and steal from you, like people staff that are there. But I think it happens way less often compared to some of the stories we've heard over the years with Airbnb. As long as you go with like a super host on Airbnb, you're fine. Same with Turo. Usually you're fine if they have like a million rentals. So a lot of these things get parsed out in the public forum just by reviews and reviewing systems, star ratings, and all that. But it's just, I don't know. They offer unique experiences, and some of the nicest and the weirdest experiences came from Airbnb. Never really had a weird experience with Turo other than I think just like meeting people at their houses for cars and then like getting in their car and stuff, and that's about it. But nothing crazy. Filmo. All the value in this card is in the companion certificate. If you can make that work, you will find value, which is, I think it's true a lot of these airline cards. It's like, if you can make that work, okay, cool. Globe only works if the card is well-rounded. Yes, more absolutely. Like, it has to be spherical. It has to be spherical altogether. The card should be shaped like a circle. Should you imagine? Can you insert your chip and it's just like, freaking thing won't go in? This card reminds me of the Delta Platinum. Yes, exactly. Everybody follows Amex. Let's just be honest. Stacy, love A Miles. Appreciate you, Stacy, for being here. So I think a lot of people love it. A lot of people love it. A Miles, man. Calder, AA hotel credit is good, but should be 150 to compete with Delta. Well, the thing is, here, I'll bring this up too. I need to like consolidate this. Let me get rid of. I got to get rid of some of these things. Give me one moment. It's too many things going on here. All right, get rid of Citi. Discord we don't need, but join that if you want to join Discord. Link down in the description. This is the awesome $1,000 offer. And here's the new card. And then let's put this over here, and then let's just type in the Delta Gold. Let me compare it to the Delta Gold, which is one of my favorite airline cards. One of my favorite ones that I've had over the years. And there's an elevated offer, 80,000 bonus miles after 3K spent. Now, it's too bad that 80,000 miles here is not necessarily, in most cases, worth as much as the 90,000 here, depending on how you're using them. But what can you do? So, okay, let's see. The Delta Sky Miles Gold. Here's a $150 annual fee. You can see this, right? Okay. We have a $150 annual fee, but it is waived for the first year. So no risk first year, just straight value first year. This new card, $350 annual fee, not waived for the first year. So that's not cool. And I'm not comparing to the typical lower end $99 annual fee AA cards that do have waived 99. I just want to compare this with this new card. So $350 annual fee on the new card, $150 but waived first year on the Delta Gold. I'm not going to care too. I don't personally care too much for the earnings multipliers. I guess the only difference here is that I think it's 1x more. Actually, no, same 2x on restaurants, It's the same thing here on dining. This one actually comes with groceries on the Delta Gold. This one doesn't, but it's rideshare. 6x on the hotel bookings. Okay, cool, whatever. What are the actual like credits on here? So we have a $100 Delta Stays credit, which I've talked about many times. It's valuable. We talked about it a little bit earlier. That matches the $100 in Splurge credit that you get here with the AA hotels. So we have essentially, I'm assuming a lot of people will end up using it towards the AA hotels. I'm just assuming they will. So that's funny. It says valid towards 2 of the following. Yeah, it's like pick 1 or 2, but it's like it's not like you have much to go with. It's like, oh, don't spend it all at one place or 2 places. Like, no, $100 Splurge credit. So that's going to equal the Delta Stays credit on this card. Check bags for free. You went up to 9 guests, up to 8. It's pretty much the same. Free check bags for Delta and the and this new card, the Globe. Then we have the Turo credits. Now, this card does not come with any of those other things. That's where I guess we would have to compare it, not necessarily to the Delta Platinum card. So, I mean, but the thing is, it's like the Delta Gold, when you're talking about the $100 Delta Stays credit, first check bag free, and the Takeoff 15, where you get 15% back and you're flying completely in miles. That already is like a super valuable card to me personally. And forget it, if you're talking about the Delta Business Gold, then that's actually $150 in Delta Stays, which does end up paying that annual fee every year. But let's see if we can actually upgrade this to the Delta Platinum. We could see there are similar credits as well. Let me just see here. Let's put it all together. Okay, yeah. So this actually does earn. Okay, so the Delta Platinum does earn 3x at hotels, but this is direct with hotels. Doesn't have to be AA hotels, which is the 6x on that one. Same annual fee of $350. You still get the Delta Stays credit of $150, so that's $50 more than this new card here, than the one $100 Splurge. You have $120 rideshare credit, so that's $10 per month as opposed to the $30 per month with Turo. But rideshare is a one-time use, and once per year. Which one is more effective? Man, I don't know. Like if you're not somebody already, I guess it just depends on your spending habits. If you're somebody that like usually doesn't like to do car rentals and you just like to do ride shares, I mean, maybe this is better because you're not going to be overspending by like forcing yourself to use Turo on the other card. Sure. I can see that. You also have the annual companion certificate on this card, which is very similar, I would say, to the actual companion cert on this new card for sure. Main cabin, and then again, round trip domestic flight, very similar to here, except it doesn't say necessarily if when you consider domestic, does that also consider Mexico, Caribbean, Central America like it does on the Delta card? I'm not actually sure on that. You also get $120 Resi credits, so you can use that $10 per month. Nobody really likes that, but they'll end up buying gift cards and stuff like that. The 120 ride share, all these different things. So, yeah, I don't know. I think as far as like maybe usable credits, I feel like the Delta Platinum kind of wins a little bit here. It's like sheer dollar amount and then just like kind of ease of use in a lot of cases. But caveat of if you're a Turo user, like somehow you're using it really often, then sure. But I think like you'd probably get more money by the $10 per month rideshare than the $30 per month Turo, based on how often you use Turo versus how much you can use it in Uber. I don't know. What do you guys think? Antique Heelbot said, I just searched this card and it's pretty horrendous. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. So okay, interesting. So MR streaking, it's only great streaking. It's only great if the weather is nice out. Yeah, true. Very true. I should be doing that, but it's raining. It says apply now on Citi's website for me. Really, I'd like to actually maybe like it updated. I'd like to just see it. Like I don't know. I just kind of want to see. All right, let's see. Citi AA Globe. Citi AA Globe. This is not the Globe. This is this website announcing it, press release, but where's the button to apply for it? Where can I actually like find it? Where is it? That's it right there. Where's the card? There. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Cool. Much nicer UI here. Very nice. Okay, so I just want to look. Okay, offer availability, because JP, I see you had a question. Actually, let me highlight that. JP, what's poppin', JP? Can you get both card welcome offers? I got 99 AA within 48 months ago. So let's see. Offer availability. Bonus miles are not available if you received a new account bonus for Citi AA Globe card in the past 48 months, or if you converted another Citi credit card account on which you earned the new account bonus the last 48 months. So as far as I can see here, it is its own entity. It's its own entity. So if you had the 99 like I did, or I do, and a lot of people do, looks like you're no problem. You can go and apply for this card and get the welcome offer. So I think I know what JP is going to be doing. I mean, let's be honest. He's going to be sprinting. Let me get those 90,000 AA real quick. Yeah, I'm not missing anything, right? Not available if you received a new account bonus, Citi Globe, past 40 months, or converted another Citi credit card account which you earned. Or if you, I converted to this card. So at least that's interesting. I guess you converted into this card. So is there an availability to upgrade our 99 Citi cards to this one? I don't know why you would, but just something to know nonetheless. I guess it's also possibly a downgrade option from the executive card. So I guess that's something to consider as well. But what's poppin', JP, man? Appreciate you being here. JC said no family language, so you should be good. Yeah. What time is it now? I'm a half hour late. A half hour late. Damn. Antique. I'd be happy to get a 99 AA card for 80,000, but apparently 3 years of credit history is not long enough. Really? Dang, man. That sucks. That's what they told you? They were like, you cannot get this card because it's not long enough. That sucks. Sorry to hear. Dang. JC, my application finger is feeling a little itchy. I mean, is there anybody else, Antique? Is like, somebody, player 2, all these different things can do that. I want to shout out Mr. Fun for some new socks. What do you mean some new socks? What's wrong with the ones I got? Is something wrong with those? Uh-oh. Just made a lot of people happy with that. Thank you, Fun, for the 2 spot. I don't see what's wrong with the socks, but I appreciate it. Now we can move on. We can move on and get some new socks. Thank you, Fun. Let me see. Oh yeah. So JC said my application finger is feeling a little itchy. Yeah, you're the AA Citi man right now, but I already got these Strata Premier and 2 Elites. Will Citi approve me for a 4th card this year? I wish I had more data points, man. I try to listen to the community. I try to have ideas. I try to think through and what have I seen. Personally, I mean, I got the business and the personal card this year. Haven't applied for any other one. So, man, I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, as long as you're, outside of the general rules, like 2 and 65, so, two Citi cards every 65 days. Seems like those, like, even though people are like, oh, it's soft rules, I do think they do follow them, because like I got denied for that Citi, this Citi, this one right here. I got denied for this like a couple of months ago, and then I think because I messed up, and I think I applied within the 8 days, or I don't know, I think it was something like that. And then I applied again last week, and I got approved. So, nothing really changed other than I actually added more inquiries to my account. So, not necessarily sure. Let me see here. JC, I'm not applying for the Globe, but the 95 and AA Plat all day. Yeah. JP says, I need a new card. It has been a light year of welcome offers for me this year. Damn, JP. Yeah, that's saying something too. JP's always killing it. Always traveling, always needs new cards. So, hey man, listen, if you can get if you can get one of those, hell yeah, all day. Hello, Tony. What's going on, Fun? Miles of Smiles. Who's Linda Walker? I don't know. Did we see Linda Walker somewhere? Is this something I need to like look up? Linda Walker. Is that, wait, that's not the lady who, wait, what? What is going on here? Wait, why do I type in who is Linda Walker, and why does she have so many credit cards? Whoa. Oh, the name on the card. Oh, it's a D. Barrett type of situation. So let's see. I think there is some history, though. Filed under Today I Learned. I just discovered who the Linda Walker is on the sample cards. Look at her. Wow. Apparently she's someone who, yeah, Linda Walker is a real person. She just retired from Citibank for the past 10 years. She's overseen Citi anti-money laundering compliance. Before that, she spent 14 years at UBS and Prudential. From 19. Okay, cool. There's her name that appears. Could you imagine having your name indelibly put on all of these different cards? Yeah, look at that. It was great. Look at that. Her on LinkedIn paid tribute to being the name that's synonymous with Citi cards. Who is Linda Walker? I mean, that's crazy. Could you imagine just walking around as Linda Walker and being like, like handing the card, or like, here's, let me get a license and a card when you check in. It's like, damn, you're the girl on the card. Whoa, that's pretty crazy. How do I get like, Anthony Venture on the card? I mean, they use my likeness, Venture, Capital One, but how do I get like, full name? And I can't imagine any normal person uses Turo that often. Yeah, some business customer, I don't think I would touch Turo with a gun football pole. Yeah, I just don't think it happens that often. Even when I love Turo, it was once a year, maybe twice a year, and still, that would be $30 credit, $60 credit. But I don't use it anymore. There's like no reason to. It's either I'm driving to a destination or I'm flying into an Uber. Especially like, I don't know, all the countries, I'm not really trying to like rent a car in other countries unless I'm like super in it, know it already. Fun. Saks are the dumbest credit. I purchased a $100 polo shirt and washed it and shrunk to a toddler size. It would not even fit my dog. Oh, goodness. I don't know about that. I do like Saks. I think Saks is actually a more usable credit. Like, I recently bought my wife a dress that was on sale. It was like $37 on Saks. Got my $50 credit back on my newly owned Platinum that's not going to stay around for long. So we're really trying to take advantage. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten like some of my favorite shirts from there, and I got some interesting things. I don't know if I hate it though. I don't think I hate it. But yeah, I hear you. And unless business customers start using Turo, I don't see the point. I'm kind of with you there. Fun. Anthony, I've been using the new MX Platinum credits. I'm thinking about downgrading it to a gold. Do you think they're going to call back all the credits they gave me? Well, I really don't want to say unless you tell me how long you've had the Platinum. I mean, just know, pretty much if things have been booked and you've gotten credits back, and it's been at least a few months, usually you don't get clawed back. In fact, I don't even think I've heard of anyone getting clawed back recently at all. I feel like it was years ago the last time I heard about clawbacks, and like usually it was like, within a month or something. Like, I've never had it happen, and I've done some stuff like that where it would have been clawed back. Like, I booked an FHR stay, canceled it within a couple of weeks. It never left. I ended up booking another FHR stay, and it all stayed. So I never really had an issue with it. So take that with a grain of salt. But also, how long have you had has it already been a year? Stuff like that. But how I would say, how long? What's the time between using a credit and where it is today? Has it been like a few months? Okay, probably okay. Don't quote me, but probably is fine. Personally. Daniel, Anthony, I have some wild stories to tell you. Okay, I'm excited. As soon as I get off, and if you're not working, I'll call. It's already 2 though. Antique Healbot, you can buy a gift card in Best Buy and combine it if you're buying electronics. Yeah, I can see that. But I don't know if Best Buy actually is included on this new card. Not necessarily super sure. Because I haven't seen it, and I didn't see it in the. Oh, actually, no. I guess we can look at the back end language now. Let me see. So this is benefits. Let's see. Preferred boarding, first check bag free, $100 companion. Let's see. Let's a little bit. Is there anything more in depth here? Round trip qualifying domestic economy fare tickets for companion when an individual round trip is purchased and redeemed through American Airlines reading services. Travel must be booked and purchased in select main cabin inventory. Certificate must redeemed and all travel completed by midnight of the travel expiration date shown on the certificate. Okay, normal. The companion certificate is not redeemable for air travel on any one world carrier or on an airline code share. Yeah, so that's different than the Alaska cards, where where you can do it for that. Oh, here's what I wanted to see if it was Delta, and if the companion certificate on the Delta card is the same as the AA. Let me make sure I'm showing this. Yeah. Let's see. So for residents of the U.S., Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico, companion certificate eligible travel is also defined as round-trip travel originating in either of these two territories and continuing to the 48 contiguous United States. Okay, interesting. So, but I don't see anything about like can be used in Central America and the Caribbean and all those different things. So it looks like it literally is just, yeah, the big 48 here. Interesting. You guys see things when I don't see things, but I'm looking and I don't think I see anything. So that's interesting. Okay. I want to see the splurge credit though. I want to see exactly. Let me look at Turo too, because they said eligible. And I'm like, there's not many random things on Turo that could make things ineligible. Like, I wonder what would make it ineligible here. Let me see. Okay. So $30 for each Turo trip completed, total of $240. There's no minimum purchase requirement to earn a statement credit. All Turo bookings worldwide charge directly in Turo. Mobile application are eligible. Okay. Turo is complete once the booked vehicle has been returned on time into the designated location. Any charges made to the car member after the trip is complete are not deemed part of the completed trip. Okay, cool. It doesn't say anything about like why eligible. Is it just like, yeah, is it just to say like, oh, cancel refunded purchases are not eligible, would be clawed back or something like that? Okay. Splurge. Okay, so let's see Splurge. Because it didn't mean why is Best Buy excluded now? What's the deal? Are we removing it on the strategy? We don't know. Okay. Let's see where this can be used towards. So they mention here Live Nation, purchases that are not eligible, Ticketmaster.com. Okay. But where does it say? I feel like it might not, I'm just not seeing this. Where does it say, like, where does it say that anything? Where's the AA hotels? Where is any of this? To receive this, okay, purchase, authorize, no purchase post, Splurge credit, a bunch of mumbo jumbo. What is it for? I mean, we have obviously what it's for, but it doesn't even mention in here. Am I crazy? It literally doesn't even say like AA hotels. Doesn't say, it just says Live Nation. Are we for real? Why make it hard? Why make it impossible to see? I mean, like, am I going to Control F this? Like, what's the deal? Any Best Buy here? Nothing. Is there hotels? Yeah, we have a few hotels, a few hotel iterations. Vacations, leisure, nothing in the Splurge credit. I mean, just like, what are we doing here? I mean, what's the deal? I can't even Control F it. I mean, come on. Well, I guess we'll never know because we make things hard, and we don't like to lay things out easily to read. And then someone's going to be like, Anthony, it's right in front of you. How don't you see it? How don't you see it? Unbelievable. I don't even know what I was talking about now. I was just looking into some of these. Actually, it doesn't look like anything special, but yeah, let's just make it hard. Calder, CSR, DoorDash has competition now for the worst credit. Yeah, actually, that's true. Yeah, like the $5 or a $10, or like, yeah, isn't like CSR $5? Isn't it like 10-10-5 or something like that? $5 CSR DoorDash credit. Yeah, that's really terrible. Wheels I Am starting to transition to Citi AA cards, hunting the JAL business class for 60K miles and a few domestic flights for cruises. Yeah, the only thing Michael Wong as well, we noted this, we were talking the other day, is I don't know if it's just the time of the year. I'm assuming it's the time of the year, just like October, November, December. Not as many, 2-week out JAL flights as I saw in the spring and the summer, but I think it's probably just by proxy of how often those are coming out in the summer and spring. So I'm waiting until probably February, March, April again to start looking at those JAL flights to Japan and stuff like that, where they, very frequently they do release them like 2 weeks out. So I'm interested to see what the deal is with that, but like all day. 60K. That's why I've been applying for so many. It's just to like be able to do round trip JL business if need be. I'm hoping I don't need to, but I want to have enough to do that. And if I have the leftover, okay, I have a lot of domestic flights I want to book in the next year. Just travel in the U.S. Going forward. So it would be great for that as well. Sleepy Rod says, to correct myself, the Turo credit is not $30 per month, but $30 per trip. So in order for you to get the full value, you have to do 8 Turo trips a year. That's a good point, actually. That's something I didn't really consider as I'm reading it. So what Sleepy Rod's saying here is this the card? All right, here's the card. Let me see. Where's the... why do they always have to do this, man? Why do they always have to bury... Why do they always have to bury things? Why you got to bury things? Why you got to make things hard? Wait, this isn't even... Wait, that's not the right card. Why are we on... Here we go. Here's this one. But like, why do we have to make things hard, man? I mean, again, I can go to the regular website, but shouldn't Citi be the ones to have like the good stuff? Like, all right. Okay, so what Sleepy Rod is saying here, which he astutely noted here, is $240 in annual Turo credits. We know that. $30 in statement credits on each eligible trip with Turo. Up to $240 in credits each calendar year. However, let me see if I can find... Yeah, so here. So with a maximum of $30 per billing period. So it's not $30 per month, because that math doesn't work out. That would be $360 a year. So very good freaking note. I didn't even really think about it when I'm reading this, but they just mentioned $30 per billing period. So $30 per billing period, so per month. But they mentioned $30 per eligible trip. So as Sleepy Rod says, to be able to get $240, you actually just have to do 8 rides, $30 each. So I guess 8 different months, because it's still 30 per billing period, so per month. So I guess 8 months out of the 12, you have to do 8 Turo trips to get the maximum 240, which, yeah, how often are you doing Turo rides per year? I did, the most I ever done was 2 in a year. And that was 7 years ago. So would I, is that something I'm doing nowadays? No, I'm just not, unfortunately. I'd be like, maybe I'd like to, but Rewards Master, it's popping, man. Good to be here. Well, it's good to have you. Thank you for being here. Antique, Delta Gold is so easy to get value out of it. Easy annual $100 credit, 15% discount on miles, redemption overlays as CPP for not just Delta, but also Amex. Yeah, all day. All day long. I love the Delta cards. I think Delta cards are real. Actually, I wouldn't even say Delta cards. I'll just say the Delta Gold. Like the Delta Gold business are like easiest welcome offer, risk-free first year, and the credits offset the annual fee. And not even like the credits, but even just the inherent perks built into it, like 15 off and all that. Like the only reason I ended up getting rid of my Delta cards is like, yeah, once you run out of Delta miles, you can continue. Like I had 150 credit on Delta stays, and I can pay for the Delta Gold on my wife and ours. But I was like, I'm just gonna divert that. I'm not necessarily needing to book. I have so many points elsewhere. I don't need to like book some $150 stays. I could just save the 150, so 300 total for me and her. Put it towards some other cards for welcome offers. What's the point? But yeah, all day it's like if you just got some Delta miles, you're gonna continue on like I did for many years. It's a great card. Fillmore says, as with most new cards that try to be Amex, this one falls short. Yeah, unfortunately it does. Unfortunately it does fall short. Always, they really, they never really lived the test of time. I'm trying to think, what are the best cards that have been released that like really impressed everyone? I mean, I think still it's controversial, but obviously I think CSR is a way better card now. I think that blew things out of the water. Amex did get better. Yeah, it's tough. Thanks again, fun for the 2 spot. Philmo, the Globe card is the CSR Fairlight cards. Oh my God. For everyone unaware, that is derogatory. That is a derogatory term. That makes me wonder what they're going to do with the Aviator lineup if they're still introducing new cards. Yeah, now that they're gonzo, what are you going to do? Now that you're gonzo, what are they going to do with those cards, man? I don't know. No idea. Wonder if they convert them over. Be interesting. It'd be interesting if they like auto converted us over and then like disallowed us to get the welcome offer because it was converted. Jeez, that would be annoying. Something tells me they're not going to do that. I don't know. We'll see. T. Anderson, I'm probably late, but how does this compare to the Delta Platinum business? Yeah, you actually, I just said actually 3 times, 4 times. You probably were here when I was going through it. So as you could see, I think Delta Platinum just wins. I think there's more usable credits, plus business. So let's see. Yeah, that was in the letter. Okay. In other words, they probably made this so they have something to give people with the Aviator Silver. You think so? Interesting. It's just a C frosting. I didn't know initially. It's not a advantage. Just say advantage. Listen, I've said this 3 separate ways. The way I always like to say AA advantage, but then somebody in the comments is like, it's just A advantage, American advantage, whatever. And then someone's just, now you're saying just advantage. I'm just going to keep saying AA advantage. I just like to say it. Advantage doesn't mean anything to me initially. I don't think people understand initially, even though we're on the topic of it. I feel like people understand AA advantage more, even though it's redundant. So that's it. I'm just going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with AA advantage, and I'm not going to worry about it anymore. Sleepy Rod, the companion's dessert is meh. It's for domestic economy and round trip. Would be more exciting if it was international. Yes. Yes, 100%. Would be cool. Would be cool if so. It can't be just, it's not just on the website. Obviously, it shows what Sleepy Rod says. Hotels, first dibs, future births of training, Live Nation. But like, why not show it in the actual terms? Why make it so impossible to see? Like, it's literally the terms for your website. How do you not introduce that? How do you not add that language in there? It's crazy, insane. Who would ever not go through that? I don't know. Filmo, now on to more important business. Tell me about this barbecue sauce. All right, so if you guys are unaware, Meet Mitch, this is a powerful brand. It's not sponsored, as I mentioned here. I wish it was, and I want it to be sponsored. So maybe Meet Mitch, one day I can get like a lifetime supply. But this is the best barbecue sauce on the planet. This is important to know. Now, yesterday I was put onto game. You can see right here, Publix emailed me telling me, hey, buy one, get one free for you. And this is yogurt that my wife buys. And here's Meet Mitch barbecue sauce, buy one, get one free. Whenever there's a buy one, get one free, it comes around once a quarter, I go ham. And I bought 12 yesterday. Actually, I bought 14 yesterday. After I took this picture, I went out to another Publix and cleaned house as well. And I got 2 more bottles. So I have 14 bottles, should last me till like March, maybe February. Who knows? Maybe even sooner. It's the best. And it's lack thereof garbage ingredients that are in a lot of other barbecue sauces. And it's just, it's the best. It's a little expensive. It's $7 a bottle. I think it's worth it, but that's why when it's buy one, get one free, it's $3.50 each. I go ham and I go crazy. And as my wife and I were checking out, we had 8 bottles in our hands, and we had some people who worked at Publix like kind of looking. They were just like, basically like, why do you have 8 full, like nothing else but 8 bottles of barbecue sauce? And I said out loud, I was like, can't wait for the barbecue later. 400 people are coming. So just a PSA, one, just know there's a lot of buy one, get one free deals for some good stuff at Publix. So it's a good way to save money. But also, I got to put Meet Mitch onto game. So this way, hopefully somebody watching this can like DM them and be like, hey, this guy really loves Meet Mitch. Can we get a sponsorship going? He gives you free advertisement. Like, that would be nice. That would change my life. Phil, are you handing out barbecue sauce to channel members at the meetup? Sure. If I could get them on the plane. I think they're a little bit too big. I don't know if I could squeeze them on the plane. But yeah. Vince Pasquale, 2 spot. Thank you, sir. Happy Sunday. I'm back from Croatia and Rome. Nice. How was Croatia, man? I would like to hear how that was. I would like to hear how Croatia was. It seems like an interesting place. Definitely. Key says, but thank you for that, Vincent. Thank you for the 2 spot, man. Key, gonna need you to send some barbecue sauce. We're gonna have to do it. But the thing is, see, if you go on meetmitch.com, and part of this is if someone could let them know, like Meet Mitch, like I think, yeah, he has his own place. One day I'm going to go here. It's in Kansas City, so maybe John R. can go there one day. But if you go on his website, it is a little bit more pricey. I hate to say this, but I think it's like $1 more on the website. Now, I've never tried some of the other ones. So like I go with this Womp competition barbecue sauce. It's $10 here, but $7 in Publix. Or sorry, not that one. I do this one, the Womp naked barbecue sauce. That's the best one. Some of these aren't available at Publix. Some of them are. They have hot sauce. They have all these different things. This one's there. This one's there. Never really cared for any of them, but the naked one is good. So Naked Meat Mitch, nice to meet you all day. So I'm going to go to Kansas City one day, and we're going to go. And we're going to see what the deal is. But yeah, 2026 meetup, Kansas City for barbecue sauce tour and tasting. We're going to have to do it. Antique says, kind of implied that it's the same as Strat Elite, but it's out of character for Big Banks to be writing that sloppy disclosure. Well, the thing is, it's implied, but it's not though, because we have the blog saying that we're getting the Splurge credit of AA hotels, First Dibs, Future Personal Trading, and Live Nation. However, if we go on the actual everything's so messed up. Where's everything? Okay, can we just get out of something? All right. Citi Shredder. The one thing I don't like about Citi is someone making content is if you're just on this page for too long, it'll just X out of your whole thing. You won't be able to just keep this on the screen for more than 20 minutes. But see, when you go on the Strat Elite, it says the Splurge credit is American Airlines exclusions apply, which is not the same as the AA hotels. So this one seems like it's specifically AA hotels. Strat Elite is just American Airlines, which from what I understand could be towards seat fees, actual flight fees, stuff like that on American Airlines flights or themselves, not just AA hotels. So that's a difference there. It also mentions Best Buy on this one as well. This one does not mention Best Buy. So why not? Why don't we have Best Buy? The only two things that are the same are Live Nation and Future Personal Training. However, I think even that might be wrong. I would like to see, let me check these disclosures real quick. Because I thought when the Splurge credit on the Strat Elite was announced, you can use it on Ticketmaster because I think it's how it's owned. Let me see. Purchase fulfilled by any of the third-party servers are not eligible to receive it. Yeah. Oh, wait. So Live Nation. Oh, so I think it's the same. Actually, I think it's the same language. Okay, so that's the same, but no Best Buy and only AA hotels. So it's a little bit different. So I look into the terms, try to find out what's the actual writing here, and it's nothing. Absolutely nothing except for Live Nation, Ticketmaster. That's it. So come on. We want the details. That's how I find out little details. Is actually, looking at the details in the back end. Juan Garcia pulled the trigger, got a second Citi a Advantage Platinum card with Doctor of Credit Link and 14 credit limit. Now we'll have to see what my cards will allow me to product change my first. So Juan, if you're still here, when did you get the first one? I would like to know. Are you also someone who just got it the other day, like I did? You meaning this is your second one with the link? And if so, on your thing, does it show a welcome offer? Does it show, spend 1,000, get 80,000 American Airlines miles? Because that'd be good to know if that's true. I'd love to hear it. Okay. So, okay. So Croatia was beautiful with so much nice coastline along the Adriatic Sea. Very nice, Vincent. Vincent's living the good life. What kind of barbecue sauce they got there, though? Oh, man. You know how those Croatians talk. You could use it on Ticketmaster as well, yes. Currently in the sky, what did I miss? No AA direct flights. Yeah, Kirby G. New AA mid-tier card, $350. I just want Citi to give me any American Airlines card. Heavy seafood and olive oil. I couldn't find barbecue sauce. You might have better luck when you go to Croatia. Yeah, Phil. Well, you got to go to Croatia first, and then let us know what's the deal with the barbecue sauce situation. So yeah, overall, actually, let's hear JP's. I recommend booking economy seats for your Japan trip as placement holders, just in case business seats don't open up. You can cancel free with AA. I wouldn't bank on those business seats opening for your dates. Yeah, and I was thinking about that as well. If and when I can find those. it's definitely a little bit of a gamble. It's especially as I've been talking to Wong about it recently. He's like, I hope, I hope we have those T14 JALs open. I mean, if not, I will be getting a lot of miles in other cases. If I think about it, yeah, I think if I do nothing else, I should have enough. I should have enough Amex points to be able to book some more ANA if that was an easier thing to book, or I don't know. I'd have to see what other interesting things would have to be, what other different plays that there are out there for sure. But I hear you. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about that. I'm just like, kind of holding out and then just kind of keeping options open. In the meantime, just like earning, AA. But yeah, all day on those placeholders for sure. Yeah, so we'll just have to see. But good tips. Thank you for that, man. For sure. Maybe I should keep my options even more open. Maybe I'll look a little bit more in depth. So Vince says Croatia has a good amount of Italian influenced cuisine. Yeah, man. I mean, they're very close. So I can imagine. Juan got the first Citi AA Platinum card in March 2023. Does it say the sub tracker on your account though, Juan? I would love to know. Does it say, get 1,000? Pretty sure it does. I'm just, confirming. So Croatia is bring your own barbecue on this. Oh my God. I feel like we always have a thing like this. I get hooked on something. Well, I've been getting this barbecue sauce for a while, but yeah. Celis, I got denied a couple of weeks ago for the executive card. Thinking of applying for the Globe because it might be easier to be approved. Man, it's tough to say. Yeah, it's tough to say, for sure. I wish I had more data points to suggest like, oh yeah, one card because it's higher end would be harder to get approved for versus below. My initial thought is it's probably the same amount of hardness to get approved. Yeah, but I mean, I guess what's your goal? If you're just trying to get AA miles, again, I'm still gonna like push people to this offer. It almost seems like oh no, it went away. It almost seems like this one. I've seen a lot of people get approved for this. I guess it's the special flight attendant code. So it's good to know. I've seen people like just get approved where those same people might say like, oh, I would get denied. So if you're looking for AA miles, like, that's the way. All day. JP says, I'm not trying to knock your strategy, but you're gambling on trying to get exact dates for two people business class on one of the most sought after products for sure. The only thing is like, I wouldn't feel as, I don't know. When I was thinking about this, I didn't feel like it was gambling just because when I was looking, I looked literally almost every day from pretty much March to June, I would say. I mean, I looked after that too, but like it was constant from March to June. So it was like months and months I was checking, and it was consistent, like at least from 5 or 4 different airports or 3 different airports, 2 weeks out, 1 week out, 3 weeks out, usually 2 though. JAL business, 2 seats, to that destination and back, to US and not, and back. I just saw it every single, constantly seeing it. So I was like, okay, this is something that happens. But, now that I'm seeing it dried up, I never looked in these months. So I'm like, oh no, what's going to happen? So I was like, okay, this is how it is. But, now things, probably changing. You never know. So then if it changes, then geez, might be screwed, man. You never know. Maybe I'll have to cancel everything. Who knows? Carrie says, just book 11 months in advance, like me, Anthony. Yeah, you're right. I should cancel it. Let's rearrange everything, and let's switch it for further out. Maybe we can find something. And that's the thing. Like I would have booked, but there were no, when I was booking 12 months out, there was no other business that I cared about necessarily. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Even if I ended up moving it, is the worst thing in the world? No. I don't think I honestly. I hate to say it. If I had to do economy, I think I'd probably just cancel and rebook for a different time. I probably wouldn't even feel that upset about it. I don't know. A little bit of these travels have taken a toll a little bit in some cases. Kind of just want to go to the Northeast and hang out. But yeah, if it doesn't pop up, I don't know. Even though I have the cool redemptions and stuff, I'm like, man, Maybe I would if I could only, like, if it somehow I couldn't figure out non-economy. What would really be cool is like if I could friggin' find some way to just do a layover in Taiwan with some cool stuff. I'd love to do that, like Kirby's doing. Like, that's a dream, man. Always wanted to go to Taiwan. That'd be so cool. NC says departing to Japan on the 23rd. Oh, like next week? Very cool. If so, very, very nice. Next April. Next April would be. So I guess, was that 6 months from now? A little bit more. Yeah. Sleepy Rod, did I hear Mr. Venture say the CSR is better than the Platinum? Them's fighting words. No, I didn't say the CSR is better than the Platinum. Platinum's definitely better than CSR. I'm just saying one of an example of a card that did revamp well, I would say, is the CSR. Better than like most of the other cards that launched or revamped. Strata Elite's cool. It had a lot of hype initially, but then people realized pretty quickly, like, okay, the play is just like everybody loves their AA. Just, get a Strata Premier, earn well, transfer. But yeah, I think the Strata Elite's cool. I just think not the most powerful. What about the Citi annual fee reversals they're doing? I haven't really been keeping up with that. I haven't actually been keeping up with too many different things, actually. I've been doing a lot of other things on the side. So what's the deal with this? I mean, I've been seeing more people talk about some of those forms that what was it, 4058 forms when everyone got the Strata Elite, and it was like a hacked link that went public that wasn't supposed to be public. So these are like unauthorized approvals, and so you had to send this form in to make sure that you're a real person and there's no fraud stuff going on, and you're supposed to get the card. And like, if you didn't send that form in within 30 days, they'd cancel your account or something. Is that what we're talking about? Like, what's the deal with the annual fee reversals? Is there something happening? Salas, the reason is because I have AA Silver and I feel like they're 100% good a product. Change us. The Barclays Silver holders to this card and lose out on getting the sub. Yeah, I don't know. I think we did say that a little bit earlier, like possibility, transfer the silver over to this new Globe card, and then, bam, no longer eligible for the welcome offer. Tough to say. The only thing is, I mean, usually we have news before this stuff happens. I mean, I think it's very rare that we ever get news that we didn't know a week prior. Like, someone always leaks it. Somehow there's a rep out there that has just misspoke online, or some rumor somewhere, and one of these blogs picks it up. So I don't know. Like, we knew, like, how did we know when the Barclays, to the day that the Barclays Aviator Red and that lineup was going to be discontinued? Like, we knew it was like, what was it, September 30th or whatever it was? Like, to the day we knew, a month or so in advance, like, apply before this date. So I don't know. A lot of the times in this game, I don't like to do insane speculation. Usually it's just like, we'll know. Like, I've struggled to think of a time where we just, like, something hit us out of nowhere, except for the Delta cards. I think the Delta cards are the only one that, like, one morning at 5 a.m. they revamped, and like nobody expected it, and like there was no blogs talking about it, no leaks whatsoever. I could be wrong, but I just feel like maybe they just get rid of the whole lineup. Who knows? Don't convert over. Maybe they will. But if so, maybe we'll probably hear about it, especially now that things are, people talking about Citi a lot now, and AA a lot now. Sal's got you got the A Platinum with 80K in July. Very nice. Good stuff. So you already got some good miles from that. Fly Singapore Biz, ALX NRT in July, though. Sick. Sean B, Mr. Greenville. What's up, Anthony? Just tuning in. What's going on, Sean? Appreciate you, man. Phil says, realize I didn't use a single MR point for my last 5 trips. Maybe I am a Chase fanboy after all. Not the first time I heard that, I feel that for sure. It's definitely a thing sometimes. It's Chase is pretty versatile, the way people have been using them. I think my next couple of trips will probably be MR dominant, just because I'm gonna have hopefully a lot of MR soon. So I'm thinking hopefully closer to like 200K from some stuff, but we'll see where we use it. Maybe a few different places. GL Servicio says Globe paired with the Citi card is pretty powerful. You think so? I don't know. I would love to hear an argument for why it's so powerful. I'd like to know. Maybe I'm missing something here, but it doesn't seem that powerful to me. Just some good, just some good just some good what am I even saying? Miles. And he says chase points are so good, but it's so hard to get without referrals. Yeah, I feel that, man. After spending like so many of them on the Italy trip, and yeah, on the Italy trip, really, for flights and hotels, um, it's definitely tough. I've been thinking like how. Okay, I was thinking to myself, I was like, all right, I already got 4 inks. My wife got 2. Can't really get approved for any more. I'm probably gonna cancel some of my inks to try to get approved for some because I hear through the grapevine that's what works. And then reapply for an ink. I actually just recently filed for an LLC, got a new EIN, so maybe that's a way to divert, even though I don't really think it matters, because all my other 4 inks were all sole prop. So that might be interesting. But yeah, it's like how else to get some chase points, man. It's tough. Yeah, you get the new CSR, get another 100K points. Cool. That's why I was like so excited for when the whole leak went out the other day with Rakuten, and like, oh, now you can earn Rakuten points, and not just MR points, but now built points. So it's like, okay, I've been loving some of my Hyatt stays, man. I would love to have some other ways to earn those points, to get to Hyatt. But then obviously, yeah, chase for maybe some of its other airlines and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. It's tough. It's tough how else to earn them. And he says, I can't believe my friends are not interested in all the travels I've been doing. It's an interesting community, I think we are. I'm still trying to figure out the most enticing way to figure out to say like what we do. Like, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't resonate with people. When people ask me like what I do, I say I do 2 things. I'm a real estate agent and I do YouTube. I talk about credit card points and miles, travel on yeah, I pretty much say the same things all the time. I talk about how to take the regular points you get from your credit cards and take them and travel, everywhere. And like whenever I say that, I always expect someone to be like, "Oh, that's very cool! Wow, you can do that," or "Oh, where's all the cool places?" Every time I say that, people are just like, "Oh, that's cool, okay." Like just blank. I would be more. I feel like I would be more curious about it. Like I feel like that's one of those things. Like, oh, you hear all the last 2 decades, like, oh yeah, I have so many frequent flyer miles. I think I was hearing it in The Sopranos. We started watching The Sopranos the other day, and that's 25+ year old show. And they were like, oh, I got these frequent flyer miles. I was like, even they're talking about it. Like it's just one of those almost taboo things, but everyone knows exists, but not everyone participates in. And I say these things, and they don't. I obviously I don't want people to be like, wow, that's so freaking amazing, But at least like I feel like I would be fairly curious. Like, okay, everybody wants to travel, everyone wants to vacation usually. How can I do that for myself? And it's like so rare that anybody even asks questions about that. Like we have a friend that said we talked to him recently, and he was like. I don't know. Maybe that is more. I don't know. He just said he was like a street drummer or something, and where he's from. And I said, oh, that's very cool, and I asked a lot of follow-up questions about that. But like, for like saying, oh yeah, you travel to Italy 2 weeks, Greece for a week, and all around the U.S. Like, oh yeah, that's cool. And all right, let's move on to the next thing. Or they'll ask something about real estate or something like that. Like I'm trying to figure out the most enticing way to say what we do. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Or it's this, like you say here, my friends are interested in traveling, but not how I'm doing it. That too. It's like they'll just talk about their travels, but like they won't care that it's like business class or first class, or like that it's less out of pocket, or like it's too hard. It's too hard to get the credit card. It's like, oh, I don't want to apply for any cards. I think it's a scam. So QZ Man says, I probably think you're doing something a little underhanded or getting into a lot of debt. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I guess that's true. I forget now because it's been a couple of years removed now that a lot of people just assume, oh, you have 30 credit cards now. Like I'll tell people, I like 30 plus or whatever it is now. Oh, you must be in a lot of debt. Like you must be absolutely in so much credit card debt. It's like, there's a split in the communities. Okay, we have credit card debt, raise your credit score, financial literacy, and then we have credit card points and miles balance beam that we're on here. Not to get on the soapbox, I find it interesting. So I think I even I don't really even tell people anymore. I just be like, Just like just real estate agent, that's all. Real estate, do a little bit of YouTube. But it's an interesting topic. But I think you're right. Yeah, there is a lot of that stuff. It's tough when you're like in it. You're in the eye of the storm. You're experiencing it in real time with everybody. Like we're such a, but it's so crazy because I feel like we're not that. I feel like we're not that niche though, even though we are, and our community is kind of small. Why is like Reddit/credit cards a million strong? Like they have 1 million people in Reddit/credit cards, and like if you scroll through, more often than not, it's about like either just there's obviously some debt people, but there's a lot of points and miles people in there. I'm sure if you go in there now, you'll see some stuff about what we're talking about here, the new Citi card. For Dem says you're a points and miles architect, Anthony. That's a good. That would be funny. I might use something stupid like that. Just I'm a points and miles architect. Yeah. What do you do? So I'm actually an architect for credit card points and miles. Yeah, and just leave it there. I think that just leave it there and see what happens. I'll try different things. Yeah, is there any other terms like that? I'm a points and miles. Yeah, architect is funny. That's a funny. I'm a points and miles engineer. I'm an engineer for points and miles. See what adds people, what piques the curiosity. QC, they think you're a candidate for Caleb Hammer's show. I think so, for sure. Andy says, I think we're in one of the biggest niche hobby. Man, I don't know. It's I feel like I can go on YouTube and find like calligraphy videos that have more views than us in our space. And it's just tough. It feels so small sometimes in a lot of cases compared to just general like credit card audience, I should say, like raise your credit score people. Because there's just more of those people too who are like getting started and all that. Kirby says, I can't imagine paying full price for travel anymore. I know. AGM says, just joined and I just got back from 1 week in Japan. Tell us how it was, AGM. Very cool. Good stuff. QC Man says, a good number of those Reddit folks hate you guys and think you guys are scammers. Only interested in referrals. Happy face. But there's good info there too. Yeah, Reddit absolutely. I didn't realize this until years ago. I remember I was talking to I won't mention who, but I was talking to my friend, and he was just like, he's like, yeah, like Reddit hates the YouTubers. Like they think that they either steal the info from them or they just copy what they say, but they make money from it. But the Reddit people don't make money from it, and that's why they're upset about it. And I never understood that. I thought it was like one thing. I always thought we were all together in this because like you'd read Reddit threads or add to Reddit threads, and then I don't know, it's just all the sum total knowledge for points and miles. But no, I didn't realize the hate. In fact, if you go on Reddit, there are a ton of like ranking credit card YouTubers, and luckily I don't get named that often. I actually would prefer not to. I remember years ago I got named like an F tier YouTuber, and then more recently people were like, oh well, I like Anthony Venture. He doesn't claim to know everything. He says that in his videos, whatever. So, but you can learn a couple things. So I like that. But I'd rather not be mentioned at all. I think our Discord was mentioned like a couple times. Like that's pretty cool stuff. But I don't know. I think we could live in symbiosis. What's the issue? I like Reddit at times. Not always, but I like the info. Like when I ever have to find info on certain niche things, like Reddit's always like I'll just be like, how to do this, Reddit. But yeah, it's interesting for sure. Only interested in referrals. That's true. That's all true. Why else are we doing this? It's like if I can, like, I will say, as far as referrals are concerned, the only consistent referral that I can count on every year are Hilton referrals. I really don't get many in the way of anything else. In fact, pretty much none as of like a year. The last year, a very small amount of referrals. But if I can like just max out my Hilton every year, I'm very happy. So as soon as the next year comes around, and like as soon as like I say, whenever the Hilton free night certificates come around, I'll do a whole new video on it. That's like everything. I'm like, that's worth it. So if people ever use those, I'm so appreciative. especially since I hope they don't change it, but like each Hilton card you have has their own referral limit. So like I can get 140K on my no annual fee Hilton card, and then I actually have another no annual fee Hilton card and another 140K you can earn on that. So it's like, that's where I will say I am really interested in referrals. If I can max out my Hilton, I'm happy. Otherwise, I get pretty much nothing nowadays. I got like a couple Inc referrals last year, I think. Or at least in this year, man, I don't know. I think I got one Inc this year, which is 20K is nice. It's appreciated. But damn, I think people would be surprised nowadays how often we actually end up getting referrals. But man, if I can get some Hiltons, that would be sick. They think you guys make platinum videos to get referrals, not because it's an obvious algorithm play for the channel. I mean, that's true. It is absolutely like platinum will do well, although recently not as much because it's just been so much about platinum. It's like a little bit harder nowadays. But the referrals are pretty few and far between nowadays because you can kind of like, well, in the past, it was tough because if you just incognito it or different browser it, whatever, you can get higher, 175K, whatever, 150K. But now that they changed it to, well, back then, nobody really used too many Amex referrals from what I've seen. Personally, I think I've gotten one Amex Platinum referral this year. And actually, funnily enough, it's not even when I had the Platinum. I just mentioned it, and then I shared like my general link, so I got like $100 statement credit. But yeah, I mean, everybody would just do incognito for the higher referrals. But now that it's the as high as language, it's like, man, it's like you never like where do you get the best one? Now it's just like nothing matters. But yeah, it just does well. It does well for views for sure. I don't hear too many people maxing out their platinums. 2 years ago they did for sure. Unfortunately, I got rid of my Amex cards a couple of years ago, but I didn't really see it as much. I mean, I'm not losing anything from using a referral, and that's the thing. Like, what's the harm? You spend all this time making videos, might as well get something out of it outside of just like the ad revenue, which is a little bit low, but it's good. But, it's like a good amount per thousand, like $10 per thousand. But the views to get high amounts, you have to be like really big time. So it's like, yeah, I mean, if you can get some referrals for travels to talk more about it, like, hell yeah. What about credit card sommelier? What is that? Sommelier. I don't know what that is, Filmo. I just applied for the Citi AA card, and this time I got pending application. Hope this is a good sign. I hope you got it. That would be so sick, man. $1,000 for 80K. That's the way. Love it. That's great. Let us know. Filmo's real. Damn, I missed those 40K referrals. I know. That was good. A couple of years ago, definitely made out with getting all those inks. It just sucks. They've cracked down a lot in those times, and now it's 20K ink referrals per, and the person you're referring has to never have had a business card already with Chase, so that sucks. But what are you gonna do? These things are always changing. But all right. So with that said, I think we'll end there because we made it to the end of the comments. I don't have anything that I can have as an excuse of why I'm leaving. I don't have anyone to pick up, but I think we'll just end it here because I think we made it to the end. But anyway, I hope everyone had a good time. I thought we enjoyed this little Sunday. I don't know if there's football or something playing, you guys can enjoy that. Shout out to Fun for the new socks. Thank you for the socks fund. Vincent Pasquale for the Croatia and Rome fund. Thank you for that 2-spot as well. And I hope we learned a little bit about this new Citi AA Globe Mastercard. I hope it was worth it. And yeah, enjoy, be safe, keep traveling, have fun, and just keep killing it, everybody. And that's right. Go to your Publix and get the barbecue sauce. I'm not going to say it again. I'll say it one more time. Go to your local Publix. Just try it. Just try the Meat Mitch. Remember, the naked flavor, the one that looks like this. You're not going to regret it. It's really good. All right. And shout out to Mitch. Someone DM them, please, and let them know Anthony Venture wants a sponsor, please. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys. Take care. Have fun.